90% of people don't know the value of their bodies on the black market. Shockingly, they're worth more than $3 million, and you're unaware that you're already a millionaire. In this video, we'll discuss each body part and its value.
The kidney is the #1 victim, and the guaranteed check, oh my. Let's start with the most famous kidney organ. We've all said this phrase before. I think I'll sell my kidney to buy the new iPhone, right? But are you seriously considering this? In the global black market, the price of a single kidney reaches $262,000, which is about 980,000 Saudi riyal. Oh, you fool. What is $1,000,000 riyals for a 5,000 riyal phone? This is the worst investment in history. So why is its price so high? Because, my dear, your kidney is your body's personal dialysis station. It filters your blood from the box of gift and all the junk you swallow day and night. Imagine that there are millions of people around the world living on dialysis machines, connected to tubes 3 times a week. Their lives a living hell, literally paying with their lifeblood for a clean kidney like yours. The demand is incredibly high, and the supply is low, and that's the law of the market. But wait, don't get carried away and go looking for a buyer in the black market. It's not that simple. In the dark market, the one who eats the cake is the broker or middleman. The poor donor, which is you in this case, usually only gets 5%. They might give you 200,000 riyals and tell you to go ahead while they sell it for $1 million. And that's not even counting the operation itself. It will happen in a dark basement or a shady clinic in a remote country. And the instruments used might be the same knives they use to cut onions in the restaurant next door. After the operation, congratulations, you're living with 1 kidney. I mean, what? A simple inflammation or a misstep could send you to your grave. The idea of a liver transplant is financially tempting in theory, but practically speaking, it's a slow form of suicide. So, stick to your kidneys, you beast, and drink plenty of water. They're the catalyst that regenerates itself. Now, let's talk about the organ considered a medical marvel, the liver. This is the only organ in your body that can reboot. If you cut off a part of it, the remaining part will complete itself. It's like a lizard structure, but on a higher and more advanced level. This feature is so useful. Choose your people wisely. Why don't I sell half my liver and let the other half grow back completely, becoming a millionaire forever? Your thinking is devilish, my friend. But listen, the price of a healthy liver in the Sudanese market reaches $157,000, which is about 600,000 riyal. The liver's function is that it's a chemical factory that breaks down intelligence, generates energy, and cleanses the blood of drugs and toxins. Without a liver, you're dead within hours. There's no discussion about it. The price of a liver transplant is very high and requires skilled doctors, not plumbers. They rarely sell a whole liver on the black market. This means the donor dies, so they take a lobe from the liver. This operation is extremely dangerous and not possible, and it prevents the liver from being used in stadiums. The biggest problem is that the liver is very sensitive to anything that enters your mouth. So, you calorie-conscious person, your liver is a law. It might be overloaded with fats and sugar. The buyer of any liver is clearly untouched by such things. And another terrifying point, liver theft. There are specialized cases of liver theft, but this organ is in high demand for the rich who have ruined their livers with life's pleasures and want a second chance. So protect your liver for life, the organ that keeps you standing on your feet and able to withstand life's shocks and the shock of processed food. The engine in the 8 that never stops for the beast, the heart-busting monster. Here we're not talking about love and romance and poetry. We're talking about a vital mechanical pump that never stops for a second from the day you're born because the heart dies. It's the most expensive single organ in the human body, without a doubt. Its price on the black market breaks the $1 million barrier. Yes, my friend, you're carrying more than 3,750,000 riyals in your chest. Why is its price so astronomical? For 2 simple reasons. First, the operation is impossible without the donor dying. So to want your heart, we have to end your life. There's no option for half a heart or a spare heart. Second, the difficulty of transplantation. The heart is very delicate. Once it leaves the body, it must be transplanted into the buyer's body within 4 hours at the very least. Imagine the logistical challenge: planes, speed, a ready medical team, and tissue compatibility so the new body doesn't reject it and consider it a foreign body and attack it. In the black market, The heart trade is the most terrifying and mysterious. It's often linked to kidnapping and murder because no sane person would go to a hospital and say, "Take my heart and give me money." Where would they spend the money? In the grave? Distributing it among? The heart is also an organ affected by sadness and stress. So when you get angry because your team lost or because the internet is slow, you're harming your most precious asset, your heart. It's the turbocharger of your life. Take care of it. Exercise, reduce fat, and don't let anyone raise your blood pressure because these spare parts, if they break down, aren't easily replaced. The cornea and eyes see the world at 4K resolution. Imagine waking up in the morning and the world is completely black. You can't see your phone, your family's faces, or even your way to the bathroom. Sight is the most precious thing a person possesses, both emotionally and materially. After the cornea, the transparent layer covering the eye, comes the most sought-after part in eye transplant. The price of a single cornea can reach $24,000, which is about 9,000 riyal. Transplanting both eyes together would easily cost 180,000 riyals. A good amount that could buy you a decent car. But what's the point if you can't drive it because you can't see the road? The advantage of the cornea is that it has no blood vessel, making it easier to transplant and allowing the body to accept it more quickly compared to other organs. With other organs, but the tragedy is that the demand for them is unimaginable due to the prevalence of eye diseases and blindness around the world. In poor third world countries, some people sell one eye to feed their children. Imagine the tragedy, sacrificing their sight just to survive. And in the market for the strangest and strangest eye colors, blue and green eyes sometimes command a higher price on the black market for cosmetic reasons among some obsessed criminal. The truly disturbing fact is that you're straining your precious eyes by staring at mobile screens in the dark 24 hours a day. Blue light, strain, and dryness all reduce the market value of your eyes. So the eyes that were so beautiful when you were young might now need repairs, glasses, and corrective surgery. Think about it carefully next time before you put your face close to the screen as if you're going to step into it. Your eyes are your window to the world, and without them, no matter how beautiful the world is, it becomes pitch black. Blood and bone marrow are more valuable than diamonds. Blood, which we call red oil, has a price and a market, but the real treasure is bone marrow. 1 gram of it can reach $23,000. Yes, a gram is 10 times more expensive than gold and diamonds. Why this astronomical price? Because extracting it is a torture process. A needle in the pelvic bone that makes you bite the ground. It's the hope for treating blood cancer. Even your skin is sold by the inch to burn victims. The bottom line is, you are literally a walking gold mine. Every part of you is worth millions. So don't cheapen yourself and waste your health for nothing. Your lungs are like a pair of air conditioners that cost 1,000,000 reals, my dear smoker. Put out your cigarette and listen to the shock. The pair in your chest is worth $315,000, which is 1,200,000 real. Why this astronomical price? Because lungs are delicate and deteriorate quickly. More importantly, it's very rare to find original lungs these days with pollution and smoke. The tragedy is that you're paying money to burn an asset worth 1,000,000 reals and turn it into a rusty Datsun exhaust pipe. The buyer wants pink lungs that breathe properly, not black lungs that cough up dust. So take a deep breath and protect your assets because your charred lungs, it doesn't even cover the price of a pancreas scraping. This hidden sugar regulator, this organ, is underrated by the media. No one remembers it unless diabetes occurs. The pancreas is the dynamo that secretes insulin and allows you to eat sugar and sweets without going into a coma. Its price on the black market is considered a catch, reaching $1,110,000. Which is about 412,000 riyals. Imagine a small piece of meat the size of a hand. Its price is more expensive than a Lexus SUV. Why? Because diabetes is spreading like wildfire worldwide, and the demand for a healthy pancreas, undamaged by sweets and desserts, is extremely high. The transplant procedure is complex. However, those who buy one are willing to pay anything to escape insulin injection. The skeleton and skull are expensive, terrifying decoration. You think your bone bones are just there to support your flesh? No way, my friend. A complete human skeleton sells for insane prices, reaching $5,000 or more if it's clean and complete. Often the customers are medical students or collectors. May God protect us. But the skull alone has its own market. A clean skull with a full set of teeth can reach $1,200. Imagine your head, the one that gives you a 24-hour headache. Some people pay 4,500 reals to use as an office decoration. Even teeth, a single molar, can be sold to medical students for a nominal price. So, your smile is literally expensive. Now let's talk about the small and large intestines. These are the ones that digest and absorb food and excrete the rest. Right? They don't look. It's sweet and a bit disgusting, and its price is considered cheap compared to the heart, but you can't live without it. The price of intestines reaches $2,500, about 9,000 reals, which is about the price of a used motorcycle. The reason is that its transplantation is very difficult and complex, and its success rate isn't that great, so the market for it is a bit slow, but it's still expensive money. The question you asked about has reached the heart of the matter, the sensitive area we all fear for. If you ask, and I will answer you with facts, and keep your cool, does it have a price? Yes. Is it sold very rarely, secretly, and in a complex manner in the world of reconstructive medicine and complex surgeries? The estimated cost of the expensive, functionally and surgically, reaches $75,000. That's around 280,000 reals, of course, on the black market. It's almost impossible for it to be a lucrative business like kidneys, for a simple reason. What kind of crazy person would sell their manhood and future for a Camry? These operations are very rare, and usually only happen for critical medical cases or gender reassignment, not for cutting up limbs you can find in any clinic. And more important than the money is the intangible value. If you sell everything and stay alive, what's the point if you've lost your dignity? So my brotherly advice is to leave this particular part out of the equation because it's truly valuable and priceless. The gallbladder, spleen, and other appendages are sold. We sell the remaining small pieces by the kilo or as a single sale. Most people discard their gallbladders after gallstone removal surgeries, but their price can reach $1,200 if they're healthy. The spleen can reach $500. The shoulder bone and forearm have their own prices, reaching $500. If your hair is long, soft, and natural, wig shops pay good prices, reaching 1,000 reals or more, so you can make a living from it. How often do you get your hair done? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please. Subscribing only takes a few seconds of your time and gives me a huge boost to continue and provide you with even better content. Click the subscribe button and activate the bell icon